who investigates paranormal activity on, I guess this is on the Indian Reservation in New Mexico, right? That's where he does his work?
Actually, the Navajo Reservation covers all of that Four Corners area.
Okay.
The biggest part of it is in Arizona, then New Mexico, then Utah, and the Navajo Nation now has land in Colorado. So all of that Four Corners region.
Okay. And you've been there for dozens of Bigfoot sightings. Tell me about the UFO visitation near Satan's Butte. Was that this guy that you've drawn a picture of?
On that particular image was something that formed near the foot of my bed.
Oh,
so
not Satan's Butte.
Oh, wow.
No, that wasn't Satan Butte.
What was that experience? This formed at the foot of your bed? That must have been a little terrifying.
I had the experience of similar to sleep paralysis, where in my room I have lighting, ambient room lighting, and those lights were on. That's how I woke up, but I couldn't move. And I knew that I was conscious because I could look about the room and see all the details of my bedroom. But in that, this thing was standing at the foot of my bed, and I wasn't able to move. I was trying to fight my way out of this paralysis. And at the moment that I did come out of that, I pretty much like sprang out of the bed, but this thing was gone at that split second.
At that time,
that it was, but there was this entity, whatever it was. There was a strong, really strong odor associated with it, kind of like a petroleum kind of smell, and very nauseating. And I retrieved my firearm and cleared the house, but this thing was no longer
gone.
there. But I know what I seen.
Did it speak to you or anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't even, that I know of, receive any kind of message from it. It was just standing there at the foot of the bed.
So you didn't get a space rectal exam or anything from it? It did.
Well,
you can tell us.
One thing I do know is that my pajamas were inside out. The shirt I was wearing was inside out.
Oh boy! So maybe you did get the rectal exam.
Well, I didn't
possible.
feel it if it did.
Okay.
Hold on. So did you have a body scan or an MRI or anything after the fact, just in case something was implanted in you? Okay.
No.
Curious.
Might want to do that. In hindsight, that's pretty creepy.
So again, I just have to ask, Stanley, do you think that you're singled out for these experiences, or are you just in the right place at the right time? I guess.
I think where I was involved in these investigations over the years, where you would be in the presence of this type of phenomenon and stuff. I think you do open yourselves up to the communication with these kind of things.
Right.
And John and I would never be afraid of this stuff. Even when the knife happened, John and I worked SWAT for hell. We had people shooting at us at times, and you're trained to stay focused on the mission at hand and follow on your training. Right. And we also had very strong spiritual foundation with both of us since I was a child, and I was never afraid. In Oklahoma growing up, hell, I'd disappear into the woods, even at dark, at times. And I was never afraid. And with this stuff, we weren't afraid of it either.
So with all the reports
we weren't going to give it that energy.
With all the reports about the UFOs or UAPs and, was there a common theme? And any of the similar vehicles, lights, cigar-shaped, silent, fast, any...
when I've talked to people, even older people that have witnessed these objects, they're all different shapes and sizes. If you consider when North America began getting Western cultures coming to North America, they were coming in different types of watercraft. They were coming here for different reasons, religion, gold, fountain of youth, a lot of different reasons. And I think these things are coming to our atmosphere and Earth for a lot of different reasons. If you consider the universe is infinite, there's other there's other civilization, other beings out there that are coming here for some reason.
I want to ask you about a couple more things. One is this photo of this fence you took, and it looks like there's a face behind it. But you said nobody was there, right?
That was in a haunting investigation, and there was only 2 of us investigators in that building. And the image that was taken there is not one of the 2 investigators. It's not me, and it's not this other person. And so that was a hospital location where the security personnel were encountering things, and it was like a 3 or 4 story hospital, and it was no longer being used, but they had to provide security at that location.
Did you run them out?
Encountering all things.
You run them out, get rid of them?
No, we didn't, and that's really not what we were there for. We were there to determine if there was some type of phenomenon going on and try to validate that. And a lot of times when people were having that activity in their residence or whatever, they would have to seek the clergy or a medicine man or somebody that is capable of
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So you did you substantiate? Did you verify that, something is going on?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
One of the techniques that we used in that situation was you put cover the area with talc powder, a type of powder, and you would use a child's Nerf ball and put it in the middle of it. And in that situation, that ball had moved all over the place on its own and back and forth from other rooms. And
wow,
yeah, there was stuff going on in there.
Interesting.